Clearly, the patients who will benefit most will be those individuals with incident disease, whichever anatomical territory is concerned. It will equally be those individuals who present with clinically progressive disease, in other words, those individuals who have undergone a recurrent event and are still in danger or still at sufficiently high risk to potentially suffer a subsequent event. There will also be individuals with either heterozygous or particularly homozygous FH, familial hypercholesterolemia. They also are at particularly high risk. We may need to differentiate amongst those patients with heterozygous FH with respect to those with disease and those without. So clearly we are seeing an identification of what we might call the severely high-risk individuals, who will be those who should be first of all on maximally tolerated statin, or most certainly with a cholesterol absorption inhibitor, to which we would then add, if required, a PCSK9 inhibitor to certainly attain the 70 milligram per deciliter target, and, as would be suggested by the FOURIER Inspire 2 data, to actually go beyond that. The question, of course, now is, how much beyond? Well, the safety data indicate that we can go as low as 20 milligrams per deciliter, that we can have favourable impact on coronary plaque, and that there is no safety signal down to those very low levels of LDL cholesterol.
Which would be the best patients? First, I think it has to be a very high-risk patient. So, okay, who are these patients? Those who already have cardiovascular disease, number one, so a secondary prevention. Those who have higher LDL cholesterol levels despite the use of statins and ezetimibe, because we have to maximize the current treatments that we have. Third, we have to consider other situations that might increase the risk in a patient who already has cardiovascular disease. So probably diabetics, those who keep smoking, and those who had a recent acute coronary event. Because we know from many epidemiological studies that those are individuals that have a higher degree of risk.
The news today is very good for patients with FH because there were a lot of FH patients recruited to SPIRE 2. We haven't seen the data broken down by subgroups, but those people, if they had a similar relative risk reduction to what was seen in, although a slightly underpowered study in the sense that it was finished early, then that would really be encouraging, because these people do not get down to very low levels of LDL cholesterol. They start very high and they remain high. With the FOURIER trial as well, showing the benefits of going down to levels of 25 mg per deciliter. This is really a landmark day for these patients.
One of the major questions that this new landmark data provokes is the question of cost effectiveness. And we really need to think very carefully about this question, because our friends and colleagues in health economy have tended to apply the standards that they would apply across the therapeutic field for many chronic diseases. And what we're seeing is a profile of precision medicine which is appearing in the cardiovascular field with respect to atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, and clearly we need to rethink a number of aspects that our colleagues apply to derive proposals for cost effectiveness of these new agents. A very important question, and one which certainly will be hotly debated post ACC 2017.